If you're African and if you think you don't understand the struggles of Black Americans and you don't want to join in and help, shut up. Shut the fuck up. It's not your place to tell Black Americans how to feel about their systemic racism and about their own personalized struggles and what they're going through. It is not your place.
Black Lives Matter is a joke.
Yep.
You are the racist. The racist is you. It's because the white guy killed that. You think they're racist. The racist, the Black Lives Matter. Go to Chicago. They don't have schools. And they die every day. They don't matter. Because you can get attention from that.
This is Nestride Yumga. Nestride Yumga is a Cameroonian immigrant in the United States of America. She is the new face and the voice for white supremacy. She was once a contestant of Miss Cameroon USA 2016. The Facebook page of Miss Cameroon USA is flooded with people praising Nestride Yumga as the voice of reason. And one thing you will notice in all these people that are praising Nestride, they are all Trump supporters and people who hate Black people. I'm tired of African people who live in diaspora because you were born in Africa and you've seen life being worse for you. Doesn't mean that you should sit down there and judge Black Americans for protesting against police brutality. Your lived experience as an African woman or African girl that was born in Africa with an African family or first generation Africans living in diaspora does not give you the authority to speak about what Black Americans are going through. You have no right to stand there and talk that rubbish and denigrate the fight and the plight of your own people. Let me tell you, you are a sellout. You are what they describe as a sellout. I have a feeling that she's paid for her to do this. I won't be surprised because it's Breitbart News. For those of you who don't know what Breitbart News is.
First television interview for one reason. She wants to expose a white supremacist in the White House. You think Stephen Miller is a white nationalist?
A white supremacist, I would say, because I believe his ideology is one of domination and control over people of color.
You gotta take a couple questions.
Stephen Miller is a senior aide to President Donald Trump. He did not respond to our request for comment.
Breitbart News is a right-wing fascist news media organization that all they do is preaching propaganda, racist propaganda against Black people, immigrants, and anybody who is not white. They hate trans people, they hate gay people, they hate everybody who are not straight, cisgender, and white like them. And then this girl have the audacity to stand on the street to be talking rubbish about something she knows nothing about. Calm down, Sahara. Calm down. I'll make my point. The reason why Africans, because I've noticed this, she's not the first girl that have done this. So many on my Facebook wall, everywhere I go, and sometimes you see Africans having this grateful mentality. Oh, they gave me citizenship for me to live in this country, so therefore I should not criticize them when they discriminate against me. Oh, yes, well, back in Nigeria or back in Africa, the police, their brutality is worse than the brutality in America and in the United Kingdom and in diaspora. So therefore, we should not criticize them because they are nicer than our police back home in Africa. Oh, yeah, it's worse there. We don't have electricity, we don't have water. So therefore, we should be grateful because we live in the Western world. So therefore, we should not speak out because it's not our right to speak out. It is our human right to speak out. It is anybody who is going through hell has the right to speak out. So is Black Americans. So is white Americans who support Black people. So with cisgender people who support trans people and support gay people. They have the right to speak out. I have white friends who support my cause. I have friends who are not afraid and they stand there right with me in the front line. I have friends, white friends, who are holding my hands. I have white friends who are calling me every single day to see how I'm doing. Those are good people with good hearts. And calling out racist people doesn't mean that all white people are racist. I'm tired of this whole thing about, if you call a white person racist, it means you're calling all white people racist. Only the racist people will get offended when you call out racist people. If you're not racist, why are you getting offended when Black people call out racist people? I don't get it. If you are so inclusive and you don't want to be called phobic anything, you don't want to be called transphobic, homophobic, you don't want to be called names, then why do you get offended when people who are going through the struggles and going through the trauma of the pain of rejection and discrimination every single day, then why do you get offended when we call out racist people? Why do you get offended when we call out homophobic people? Why? I ask, why? If you're not racist and you're not homophobic and you're not transphobic, why do you get offended? Why? I'm just tired. I'm tired of this nonsense that's going on. Did you hear in the news? White supremacists are the ones going to lead. They are the agitators. They were the ones leading black people, encouraging them to loot, encouraging them to go and steal and breaking things. The proof is online and people are not even watching it. People are not even giving it any attention.
But we are now learning that online calls for action, calls for violence attributed to Antifa are in fact coming from elsewhere, and the president's family buying into this online deceit.
That's right, John. On Sunday, the president went as far as saying he would label Antifa a terrorist organization. Now, with that in mind, a tweet began circulating on Sunday evening into Sunday night, and I think we can bring it up on screen. It came from an account that said they were Antifa America, and it said, "Alert, tonight's the night, comrades. Tonight we say F the city, and we move into residential areas, the white hoods, and we take what's ours." Now, that is obviously a clear call to violence, but we have learned since over the past 24 hours, Twitter telling us that account was not actually run by Antifa at all. It was, in fact, actually run by white nationalists, a known white supremacist group.
Bitch, don't give no group of black men no credit. Don't do nothing. Alright, push the fuck up. Go home. Why would you give that to them? They gonna get in trouble. You stupid. You a retarded bitch. All of y'all. Why the fuck would you give this to them? That shit is wild disrespectful. I don't give a fuck about your friends. I'm talking about this white bitch giving a group of black men a brick to throw. Do you know that shit could get them killed? You know that. Just having that shit could get them killed. Y'all find yourself sensational. Go in the fucking house and kick everybody's ass. Go in the motherfucking house and let everybody glasses off their face. Fuck me out. That's some bullshit. What the fuck is that?
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? It is not black people. It is not black people. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't care. You're not helping them.
Look at this. This man just busted up this cop car. And y'all say we are the rioters. Y'all say we are the problem. It is white people. Stop, my guy, stop. You're not even fucking black. Cut that shit out before you get wet.
But it's very easy. Blame the black people who are protesting. Majority of the protest and majority of the people who are speaking out, it's peaceful. People who are being belligerent and going about attacking and breaking things are a very few pocket number of people who are white. Go and look at it. They're all white. They're the ones encouraging the black people to do it. It's already been said that these white supremacist organizations that are out there encouraging black people to loot, steal, and go ahead and destroy properties and destroy things. If you are an African who lives in continental Africa or lived in continental Africa before you moved to the America or United Kingdom or lived in diaspora, then your experience as a black person is completely different from a black person who was born in that particular country, for example in the United States or in the United Kingdom, because they have not experienced a life in Africa. They don't know what it is like to be in a majority black continent. We come from a continent where it's a majority black people, so your experience as a black person will not be the same as the experience of a black person born in America. So it is not our place to tell black Americans how they should feel, and it's not our place to tell them to shut up when they are preaching against the hate that they face every single day. It is easy for us who come from continental Africa to judge black Americans. They go, oh, they're lazy, oh, they're this, oh, they're that. Oh, okay, I came here, I did so well for myself. Why can't you do so well for yourself? It starts from when they were born, and it started right from the slavery era, Jim Crow. So many past history, 400 years history of racism. Instead of you to sit down and say, okay, I'm not black American, let me learn their history. Let me see where they came from. When I say systemic, why is it systemic? Instead of being very dismissal, without learning about what it means to be Black American, about their struggles and about what they go through every single day. But you just sit down and vehemently just put your foot down and say, no, I don't want to listen. They are just lazy and they're just looters and they're just criminals and they're killing themselves. You know, that is disgusting. And for me, I think that is a racist trope. You need to stop and listen. Listen, the only way you're going to learn is when you listen to the people who are going through the pain. They say, he who wears the shoes knows where it hurts. You are not Black American. You are an African woman from Africa who emigrated to America. So it is not your place to judge Black Americans about their struggles. You were born in Africa and then you moved abroad and you are in diaspora and you sit down there and be talking as if because it doesn't affect you, so therefore it doesn't exist. Good for you. Where is my tiny violin? Good for you. It does not exist. But doesn't mean that other people do not have the right to speak out. It doesn't mean that their struggles are not valid. It doesn't mean that they cannot speak out when they see injustices and where an unarmed Black man is knelt on the neck. If you watch that video, how can anybody watch that video and not get offended? How can you not get angry watching that video? It is not your place to tell people how they should feel about how society is treating them, about how the system is treating them. I'm so pissed off right now because a girl, one idiot, went and reported me to the police because I called her out on the fact that she is a racist on my Facebook page. And go back to your country and living nasty racist tropes that you see Katie Hopkins, Tommy Lauren, and all the other nasty right-wing KKK Barbies writing and saying stupid things. I'm sorry, I'll call her out, and I did call her out. So she went and reported me to the police. The police called me, telling me that I should stop sending her messages and contacting her. I'm sorry, I did not contact her. I just left a post on my wall and I tagged her name for coming to my page and leaving nasty comments. Did I invite her to come and leave nasty comments? I didn't add her on Facebook. She was the one that added me. She was the one that came on my Facebook page. So why are they calling me for? They should talk to her. And then I told the police lady, tell her to remove me from Facebook. Tell her to block me on Facebook then. So why is she following me? She said the woman said she was not going to block me. You see? You see the tactics, right? They like to play the game of victimhood. They love playing the victim once you call them out, especially when they know that you're a strong Black person who will not take their shit and you call them out on their shit. They'll start saying, oh, look at me, poor me, she's attacking me, she says she wants to beat me up. Oh, look. Oh, I thought you were just running your mouth and talking shit a few minutes ago. All of a sudden you want to tell me that you want to play that victim game. And the police was very understanding and they just dismissed the whole thing. But they told me not to contact her anymore. And then she went back again and told her, because when I told her, I heard you going to report me to the police and it's not going to work because I'm not going to stop. I'll keep calling your stupid ass out. If you continue writing nonsense on Facebook page and it comes on my wall, I would call you out. If you don't want me to call you out and you feel so threatened, then block me. Block me. Why are you on my Facebook page? Leave my Facebook page. I'm telling you right now, leave my Facebook page. Leave my Facebook page. Leave it. You don't have to be on my Facebook page. Leave it. Leave my Facebook page. You can go and join all your KKK Nazi group. Go on there and leave me alone. Leave me alone. If you don't want me to keep responding, then don't post nasty things on my wall. You can report me to anyone. I would speak out. It is my right as a human being. If you say and do anything that is about my race and about trans people, she's a trans woman and she's also super transphobic. I've never seen anything like that in my life. So I'm sorry. Bring it on. I'm ready for you. And all you racist people, save yourselves because I'm not giving up. I'm going to fight all of you to the end. To thy kingdom come. I'll keep fighting you. The day that we shut up or the day that we keep silent, you win. And therefore, I'm never ever going to shut up. That fight continues.